about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington football team and the Los Angeles Chargers. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway in Southern California. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Heineke on first down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Heineke, he'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Heineke now. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eugenic and Wosu got the sack there. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Buying time to his left, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson there to make the grab. And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Forced out to his left. Herbert has it knocked free, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage, so fortunately they're able to hold on to the possession. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's got some space here.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
2nd and 10. A handoff for Gibson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Off the play fake, Heineke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Eckler going to get it again on second down. Well, they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Herbert, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He's got Allen. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Well, he's going to go for it all. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Hopkins' kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is Cook with a grab. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. 3rd and 2, Herbert. It's caught by Jackson. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Herbert under pressure again, and down he goes again. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 31, Heineke eluding the pressure right. And Thomas has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Washington. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Heineke to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Heineke with a 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Kenneth Murray picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for L.A. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll run it with Jackson, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the play fake, and now Heineke. He'll buy some time right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Play action. It's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On first down, Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try to throw now. Heineke. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Herbert off of play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They go play action. Now Heineke. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Here's a give to Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from the 20. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Still fighting for more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, this game was certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll roll him out right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Herbert rolling to his right. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last throw here for Herbert. One last shot at the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Arizona Cardinals.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And we are underway from FedEx Field.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
First down, Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Murray now on first down. Screen pass to Connor. A beautiful fake. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Chase Young
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Murray a give. This is Connor.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Three and a half to go, first quarter. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On 1st and 10 is countered. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Connor on the toss left side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 28 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. Murray has the 1st down and more. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That catch good for only a couple. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the Cards are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Murray off play action. On the move to his left. And the reception made by Green. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 75 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Off the play fake, Heineke. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, it's Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Heineke. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown there to make the grab. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Heineke. And that is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Heineke. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones taking it in from a yard out. And Washington has taken the lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point gain. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Murray now on first down. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Prater for the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there.
And now here's another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On play action, it's Murray. Rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play fake. Murray. Oh, what a catch by Hopkins. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
They'll run here with counter. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Murray. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Heineke. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. Throwing. Heineke. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Past the 20.
This is too
and
easy.
they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First down, Heineke. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Heineke's thrown to the hands of McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in the short.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 43 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. A first down throw for Heineke. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Heineke. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. The play fake, and now Heineke. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They'll run on first down. Connor, he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. From the gun, Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he'll be stopped up as he can only muster a yard. So fourth down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Yeah, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Buying time to his left. And that's complete to Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Heineke again.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A huge play there for Washington.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Again, it's Heineke. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Murray. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Murray to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, it's Connor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.